This video is going to be a clip from a group coaching call from within my coaching program. I was explaining to my students within the call how I was starting an AI YouTube channel from scratch, showing them how I was going, A to Z, having a completely automated by AI YouTube channel, and it's actually going pretty well. And within the call, one of the students was saying that because of the way I was explaining it and how good I was making it sound, that she actually was thinking about not abandoning her channel completely, but shifting her focus over into doing an AI channel herself. And I was trying to explain to her, this is actually the reason why 99% of YouTubers end up failing, is because exactly what I'm going to explain in this clip and what I talked about on a lot of that group call. So let's go ahead and get into the clip so I can explain to you why 99% of YouTubers fail when it comes to YouTube and how you can actually avoid it. It's really, really easy. So is that
making me
making
want to start this next week? But
no,
go
no, no,
ahead.
don't.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it just sounds so good. Like when I watched one video about it, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. Maybe next year I'll try. But the more you talk about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to just do it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not though. But yeah.
This is something that happens to me. I've been struggling with this my entire life, and I just recently started to be conscious about it to stop it. And it's going to happen to you with YouTube. It's going to happen to you in every single facet of life, like what Casey was describing there. So basically how every single business and every single venture that you go into in life is going to look like is this. So there's going to be like an uptrend initially. Every single new venture that you go into, and especially from the outside looking in. So imagine like you're standing over here and you're like doing your thing with your YouTube channel, and then you see another niche over here, and all you see is this initial spike upwards. That's all you can see in that niche because it looks like the new shiny object. There's an ignorant optimism phase in every single venture that you go into in life. Right after that, there's going to be this phase, which is the pit of despair. That's when you start to learn the reality of whatever niche that you're in or whatever venture that you're in, and you start to make mistakes. You start to think that this might not work out. And that's where most people quit. That's where most people would just look to the next shiny object just to get back to the ignorant optimism phase. They trick themselves and psych themselves out into thinking that they're making progress because they keep hopping from niche to niche just to get back into the ignorant optimism phase because it seems so great. It's a new shiny object. It seems awesome. But then you're going to go every single time you're going to go back to the pit of despair. And this is why like coaching programs are so valuable. Like for me, for you guys, for anyone, because every single venture that you go into, you're eventually going to hit this pit of despair where you start to make mistakes. You start to think that it's not going to work. And then if you have a coach or you have a community to be around, all you have to do is go into the community or go to the coach and say, hey, I can't get past this roadblock. I keep hitting this bump in the road over and over. I can't get past it. And the coach has already been there and been through that and helped other people get through it as well. So he's just going to be like, this is what you need to do. And then boom, you're out of the pit of despair. You're already past where 99% of people never, ever get past. And once you get past this pit, that's when it really hockey sticks every single time. It's going to be the same exact graph for every single venture that you ever go into in life, unless you have a coach, and then you kind of just skip the pit of despair. I feel like I need to make a video on that because YouTubers struggle with this so much, and I did too, where you'll think that your niche is the problem. And it can be sometimes, it can be, but it's more likely that you just need to refine it a little bit instead of just going to a completely new one. So if you're in the sports niche and you're not getting views, the solution isn't to just go into the gardening niche. The solution is to find something better within your niche to talk about. So for example, let's say someone in the sports niche is talking about, he's just posting highlight reel videos of LeBron and Steph Curry, just posting highlight reels. The solution isn't to just stop making sports videos altogether and move to a completely different niche. Maybe you need to make sports documentary videos on how LeBron went from, or let's just say like how Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team and then became like one of the best NBA players of all time. Instead of just posting highlight reels of Michael Jordan, have an AI or maybe narrate it yourself, talk about the story of Michael Jordan while there's highlights playing in the background. Like the more likely solution to your problem is that you're either one, not making good content, or two, you just need to refine your niche a little bit and be a little bit more specific with your videos, or just pivot a little bit instead of going to a completely different niche. So I know that was a tangent, but that just kind of, what Casey said kind of sparked that idea in my head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
And that was perfect. You should make a video on that because excuse me, what I said too was almost like a weird way I don't want to say the easy way out. I'm not leaving my channel, right? But you know, sometimes you get frustrated. It's exactly everything you just said. You really should make a video on this, the pit of despair, all of that. I was going to call it the letdown phase, but the pit of despair is actually a
Yeah.
perfect way to describe it. So, yeah, that's a good topic. Like that's so true. What you said, like we keep going after shiny objects sometimes, and when you just have to refine what you're doing. So
Yeah.
that really
Dude,
makes a lot
I
of
was like
sense.
the biggest, like I fell for this so much throughout my life, like with different jobs and different career paths and stuff like that. Like every time I would get a new job and start to get into the pit of despair, where it's like, all right, maybe this wasn't all like I cracked it out to be. Now I just look to the next one and think that that was going to solve my issue. Like it's not. Like hopping from job to job, career to career, niche to niche. That's not the solution. It's just to stick it out. Become one of the few people that can actually go through the pit of despair and come out the other side. Because it hockey sticks every single time. Or yeah, hockey sticks every single time. Like 99% of the time. Sometimes you're just going through the pit of despair and you know, you're just in the wrong area. You're in the wrong vehicle. But if you actually know what you're doing and you've done your research, and definitely if you have like a coach to help you out, then it's gonna hockey stick on the other side. 100%. I hope you enjoyed that clip from that group coaching call. If you do want to get more of that, you can go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram or book a call with the link in the description, and we can see if you're a good fit for the program. If we do think you're a good fit, we can get you onboarded and you can be a part of these group coaching calls. You can learn how to grow your YouTube channel and not just grow it and get views, but also make some real money from it. So if that sounds like you can go ahead and book a call with a link in the description, or you can shoot me a DM over on Instagram. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to help you out. Other than that though, I hope you enjoyed the video and found some value in it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and I hope to see you on the next one.